I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad we can hang out again today. Well, as you can see, Escape from Mathebos has a cover. It is now finally revealed. If you would like to see it in its full glory, you can check it out at my Instagram down below or on my business's website. And you can also pre-order signed paperbacks on our website and Kindle if you are interested in it. But today I thought I might chat a little bit about Escape from Mathebos and kind of the journey it took for me to get to publication. As of this moment, we are done with the proofread. My alpha reader, my business partner, best friend, everything, and I both did a proofread and it is now done. So the only thing left to do is to finish the ebook formatting and to make sure that everything is correct in the paperback, and then we're done, we're ready for publication. Aside from, of course, the marketing things and other ins and outs of that, everything else is done. So anyway, I thought I might just go through the timeline that it took to get it published and what that process was like and some things I learned along the way. So to start, is when I came up with the idea. This was back, I believe, in May of last year. It was either April or May of last year. We were working through our finishing up the Pirate Hunter Chronicles. We were writing those and finishing them up, and I was considering what my next step for the Order of the Pen Press would be and what I would contribute to its future, because we knew we had Helena's series coming out afterwards, and that was already slated to come out, but I also wanted to make sure I was contributing my fair share of content. So I was like, okay, I need to start figuring out ideas to help to put towards publication for the Order of the Pen Press. And I was not anticipating that the answer would be a sci-fi. I have tried to write a sci-fi before and it did not work. It was just too vast and too complicated, and it just didn't click for me. So I was very surprised when the idea that came to mind was a sci-fi. But I was very excited about it. It was intriguing to me. The whole idea was very exciting, and so I began to plot it. And the full intention was that I was going to write the first draft during the Go Teen Writers 100 for 100, which is a kind of like a challenge that they do for the most part every year during the summer, where the goal is to write 100 words for 100 days, or well, 100 words per day for 100 days. And there are some grace periods and stuff in there, but that's minutia that we're not going to get into. But anyway, the whole point was I was planning on drafting it during that. So I plotted it, I got all ready for that, and I signed up for the challenge, and I started off pretty well. It went pretty smoothly. I was writing about a chapter a day. It was going pretty well, but I hadn't been drafting a whole lot recently, like hardly at all, and so my drafting muscles were very, very weak, and it was very difficult to draft, and it took a lot longer. I was a lot slower than I had anticipated, and it was a bit discouraging. I also had some life challenges in the mix that made it a little bit difficult to find the motivation and the energy to draft at all. So needless to say, the first draft was not completed in that 100 days. It in fact took me from May of last year, of 2021, to January of 2022 to draft the whole book. And it was far shorter than I had anticipated. It was not at all what I had anticipated, which was one of the first lessons I learned with this book, was to be okay with shorter books. Is one of the privileges of self-publishing, is that you are allowed to go outside of the norms for traditional publishing in terms of word count. It was much shorter. I think I finished around about, I think 35,000 words for the first draft, which is very short. Which was okay, I'm an underwriter, but it was one of the first lessons I learned was that you need to tell the right story, not a long story. So I finished it. I sent it off to Helena, my alpha reader. She did a very quick alpha read to help me get on the right track for the next round of the first round of edits. And so I went through those as fast as I could. I believe that was in February, I believe. She did the, yeah, it was February I did the edits. And then in March, I sent it off to my beta readers, which was not necessarily ideal. I would have preferred to have done more edits by then, but it was what it was. And again, because it was shorter, I was able to actually do a pretty good job with editing the first couple times because there wasn't as much, and I could do a whole lot more with the edits in a short amount of time. So I sent it off to my beta readers. They were amazing. They, you know, read it in their allotted time for the most part. And then in April, I began to edit. Now again, I was not thrilled with the idea that I had only done one alpha read and one beta read and hardly any edits, and I was slated to send it off to my line editor in May. So Helena graciously offered to do another round of reading and provide more feedback that I could then implement and incorporate during my post-beta edits. So I basically had 2 rounds of edits done in 1 month. So in May of 2022, I sent it off to my line editor, which was perfect timing because I was finishing up school and I was, you know, pivoting my life at that point. So it gave me a little bit of a breather from the story, from writing, so that I could focus on those things. And my editor did an amazing job. She really brought to life the story, really helped me hone my voice in the story and clean up my writing a lot. And so she spent all of May in the doc and editing it, and she did an amazing job. And then in June, I proceeded to do the line edits and approve those and make any changes that were necessary. And I formatted the novel. And that took me about 2 weeks, which wasn't bad at all. That was really nice. And then I ordered the proof copy, which is this here. Helena and I proceeded to do a proofread and make sure everything looked good and was grammatically correct and all of that. And so now it is done. The proofread is complete. All that needs to be done, again, as I said earlier, is just to do the ebook now that we've finished the proofread and get all of these corrected. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the turnaround. When I was reading it for the proofread, it was like encouraging because I actually really loved the story and I loved the process of writing it and publishing it, and I'm very excited that we're at this point. And if you would like a chance to actually read it before it comes out on September 6th, you can sign up on the forum down below. I'm doing a social media tour for release week, and you can have the opportunity to get an e-arc in exchange for an honest review. And I would be happy if you would be able to sign up for that. That'd be great. So if you'd like to do that, you can use the link down below. But yeah, I'm really excited about how everything went, and I can't wait until it's in your hands. So again, if you would like to pre-order it, I will also leave those links down below, so you can check those out if you would like, and you can read more about what this story is about. And I do hope that I will be making more videos about it and my heart behind it. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be taking this next step. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if you would like to hang out with me elsewhere, I will leave the links to my social media down below. And yeah, I hope we can hang out again sometime soon. But until then, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye!